Hello, Mountaineer Nation. As the number 8th ranked Penn State Nittany Lions invade Morgantown to take on the West Virginia University Mountaineers this coming Saturday at 12 noon. It should be a dandy. It should be cooking in Mountaineer Field. They've been waiting on this one for a year. Here is the keys to a Mountaineer victory this coming Saturday. Number 1, West Virginia University must establish a ground game and be creative in the running game. It can be done. West Virginia last year was number 1 in the Big 12 in rushing and number 4 in the country. There's no question about it. They led in the ground game. Their premier, Garrett Green, Jaheim White, C.J. Donaldson did their job last year, combining for over 2,000 yards. Enough said about the running game. There is no question that West Virginia has to run that ball on Saturday to be effective in the passing game. Key number 2, the Mountaineer offensive line must show up and show out and be more physical than they were last year. We know what happened last year. The Penn State defensive line dominated West Virginia on that offensive line. They dominated them. As you recall, it was 3 and out, 3 and out all night long in front of over 100,000 people at Penn State. They had a great night that night. We don't want that to happen again. We know our offensive line is one of the more experienced lines in the Big 12. There's no question of what West Virginia can do on the offensive line. The cast of characters, Milam, Remack, Yates, who took Frazier's place, who got drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got Hubbard, and you got Nick Malone, and you got a transfer in Xavier Bosley that should contribute. And they should be rotating those offensive linemen in and out. But they have to be more physical against Penn State. You can't allow Penn State's front 7 to dominate this game like they did last year. The third key, Garrett Green has to be him. And what I mean by him is big-time quarterbacks make big-time plays in big games. Well, number 8th ranked Penn State coming to Morgantown is no bigger game. Garrett has to elevate his game to another level to play with Penn State. And there is no question he has to meet the moment. He's been in the program for 4 or 5 years. It's time to pay the dividends. He's got to be better than good. He's got to be great against Penn State. Think about Major Harris. Think about Kevin White in the past against Penn State. You have to bring your best game. And even though he may have to have a higher completion percentage, we would love for him to have it. I define him being him as making big-time plays when the Mountaineers need it this coming Saturday. And I believe that Garrett Green can deliver on the promise that he will do what he said he could do. The fourth key, West Virginia defensive line and the defense, I call them the dogs, must stop the run. They must make Penn State's offense one-dimensional. The West Virginia University defense is going to be playing chess, and Penn State's offense is going to be playing checkers. West Virginia knows where to find the quarterback, Drew Aller. He likes to pass from the pocket. West Virginia has to take that away, and they have the dogs on defense to do it. Sean Martin, Edward Visterin, Trey Lathan, Josiah Trotter, the son of Jeremiah Trotter, the All-Pro from Philadelphia when he played up there. The revamped secondary. Take a look at our cornerback, Garnett Hollis Jr. He is the cover corner. He loves press man. that should help the West Virginia defense. You have Aiden Garnes coming in from Duquesne. You also have the holdovers, Wilson, Jacoby Spells, Aubrey Burks. It is some tough guys on that defense, and I look forward to them to bring the heat on Saturday. I'd be very disappointed if they couldn't get that done. And those are my 4 keys for West Virginia beating Penn State on Saturday. Yes, beating Penn State. Mountaineer strong, leave no doubt. Hear my comments after the game. See Ivan Franklin at Befrank4real. One minority voice, one view. Go Mountaineers!